Hey, before we start our today's talk, let me remind you of our housekeeping rules, which will help us to deliver the webinar efficiently. Please keep your microphone and video deactivated unless we give you permission. Please put your question in the Q&A box. You can find the button at the bottom of the Zoom. And don't use the chat box. And I just sometimes not reach to the audience, only reach the panelist. So remember to use the Q&A box. And we also have a Q&A session after the talk, and you can talk to the speaker. We will enable you to speak, and you can discuss your issues with the speaker directly. Please use the raise hand button. You can find the option at the participate list. And this talk will be recorded. Finally, we have a very small survey. Please give your feedback. After this webinar, we will send you the survey, and if you can kindly provide your feedback, which can help us to improve our program. You can follow us at EGI webinar website. We have a dedicated web page. You can find the previous webinar all recorded. You can find our YouTube channel. If you want to follow us, remember to sign up to our training and webinar mailing list. If you have any special request for special talk and topic, and please contact us at support.egi.eu. And take this opportunity, and I will introduce the upcoming webinars. In September, we have two webinar. I'm excited. Remember to sign up to our newsletter, and you will receive the detail of them. So coming to today's webinar, Managing Secrets in the EGI Infrastructure with EGI Secrets Store. Are very excited very honored to invite our speaker, Dr. Viet Tran, is a senior researcher of the Institute of Informatics Slovak Academic of Science. His primary research field complex distributed information processing, grid and cloud computing, system deployment, and security. He received a master and PhD degree from the Slovak University of Technology. He has been actively practiced in preparation and solving a number of EU projects and follow up Europe EC program and currently Horizon Europe. He has been participating in a number of projects, for example, Process, Deep Hybrid Data Cloud, EOSC Hub, EOSC Synergy, and EGI-ACE. He is the author or co-author of over 100 scientific publications. So let's welcome Viet, and the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Yin Chen, for organizing and inviting me to speak. Today, I would like to present our service. It's EGI Secrets Store. It's one of the service that I am providing for EGI cloud infrastructure, GIA services at unlimited and cloud client. But that I hope we will have another webinar. So I would like to share my screen. Can you see my screen now in full
Yes,
screen? Okay,
but we
thank
cannot
you.
see you anymore.
I turn up my camera so I can start. Okay. Yin Chen, you raise your hand.
Ah, sorry. No, no
Okay,
problem.
okay. So today webinar is in managing secrets in the EGI infrastructure with EGI Secrets Store. Just provide provided by Institute in Informatics, Slovak Academy of Sciences, Slovakia. Further on, we would like to set why we need EGI Secret Store. Many applications within EGI infrastructure rely on various secrets. It means that when we want to deploy or operate some services, you need some token, some password, some credential for deployment and operation. And as in the past, the secret is usually stored in plain text, in configuration file, or code repository. This means that if the secrets are written in plain text, it might pose significant security risk, and it's also difficult to retry to change secrets. So we develop and deploy the EGI Secret Store to address the challenges and provide a secure, efficient, and standardized way to handle secrets. It means that your user have a secure, standard way how to store, how to read, how to manage secret. First of all, I would like to make a quick introduction to EGI Secret Store. First, the concept of secret object. Secret in the secret store as store in secret object. It means like something like a file in this. It means that we have some path structure for easy identification of the where the secrets are in the file. Every user have a dedicated secure spot for storing their secret object, and it's completely isolated from other user secrets. It means it's similar to the home directory in your Linux system. It means that every user have a it out secrets directory. Each secret object can contain multiple secret values, and it uniquely identified by key for access. It means that one secret object can have more than one secret values. And the secret object are managed at your whole. It means that you can create, you can retrieve, you can delete, you can update the secret object at Yahoo, but you cannot edit secret value within the secret object individually. It's the secret object something like a file in just in Nextcloud. You can read, you can download, you can update, you can delete, but you cannot change the secret individually. So the basic system of your secret store is very briefly. First, you will use HashiCorp for open source implementation. At the time of being, it's still the de facto standard for secret management. It's open source. It's developed for shared hosting. And they have many supported client tool and library. And do your chain of license of HashiCorp, and mainly HashiCorp is now bought by IBM. So we are evaluating the open power fork of HashiCorp 4. And the secret store is tightly integrated with EGI check-in. It means for the graphical user interface, we will log in via OpenID Connect to via EGI check-in, and also for command line client, we use a check token for authentication. Managing secrets in the secret store very simple. If you use a web browser and graphical user interface, you just use open the secret.egi.eu in your browser and log in with your check-in. So, and you say have some screenshot like that. You can click on the secret. It's open. You can see secret. You can edit. You can delete. I will have a leave demo later. Also, we are developing the command line client for secret EGI Secret Store. The command line client Python for scripting and automation. In fact, it's more used than graphical user file because most of people need the secret management for automation. It means that DevOps. It means that you have some Jenkins pipeline or some workflow with secret uh, rotation, secret management. You need the command line client for accessing the secrets. User can use Hexicode for client or long list up the compatible client for interact with Secret Store. But it's much easier with EGI Facao client. It's because the EGI Facao client is easy to use and working hours spot. And it have also offer some advanced feature it's not offered by Hexicode 4. For example, if we want to list secrets in your home directory, you just type Facao secret list and it have list secret. When you get some secrets, your secret get and your secret name, it means certificate and something like that. I will have a lead demonstrate like your secret management also accessible via API. Again, we use compatible API with Hexicode 4 and library. For example, here we use example of code using IISAS like Python library. It means just simply import the library, initialize client, login with your access token, and list secret or reach secret, something like that in the path. It's very easy and to use, and you can learn how to use in 5 and 10 minutes. So I will have leave demonstration, give graphical use the interface and the command line client. Log out. Yes, graphical use interface. When you want to use the graphical use interface, you just have a type EGI secret.eu. It's something like that, and you can log in not via token but via OIDC, OpenID Connect. You click to provider, it will redirect you to EGI check-in to login, and you have a login in EGI check-in will redirect back to your secret store. So I hope you can see my screen already logged now. Here you have your name, you have a token, and here you have a secret and user. As I said before, each user have a it out secret spy and identified by his EGI check-in ID. For example, my EGI check-in ID is here 10 something like that. If you click on other user, you see that you cannot will not authorize. So again, I click to my secret spy. Here I have a list of secret object that I have created. For example, my alphabet secrets. If I click on the secret object, I will see the some several secrets is stored in the secret object. For example, and identified by key and value. The key is for you identify the secret values. It means that, for example, admin password. If I click to see, as this is, yeah, and normally it's hidden for security. It's that example values that I can use, and here I can copy, I can edit secrets, I can delete it, I can click back to another, see another secret and something like that. So your graphical user interface is very easy to use, and you can have on everything, and it is comfortable, easy to manage. Now I stop sharing my graphical user interface and I go to your command line client. So I hope you can see the terminal of my command line client. Once again, I have a fake client install list and token settings, so I can just fake secret list a token expire. So I need to so I set my secret my access token you to use for authentication, and again I can use the secret list. So as you see, I can see on my secrets I can show here. It's similar like the graphical interface, and then you can get one of your secrets. It show the key and the value, and you can also get directly one using the key, so it's going to only show the values. So it's and you can also create, update, manage the secret. Similar, for example, I can create a new secret. One moment. It's a script boost. It means that you can create a secret which in the secret object, and it's key, its values. You can have a multiple key and multiple value and store in secret object like that. One again, I can reach the secret object again. When you click again, the secret object with the same name, it could override existing secrets. So be careful when you choose the secret object name for secret object. So it so you can see it's very easy to simple how to use to read secrets, and it's just by this uses I stop sharing more, and I can see so more advanced feature of the secret management. Now I want to show a short video of the real use cases of the secret management service. It's a Federated learning server what we have developed in the project IISAS. So this just video
With A4S, we provide users the ability of deploy the server within the platform in a quite simple way, and then run the clients from their.
Can you hear the voice of my colleagues?
Yes.
Their
Okay.
local computers or their own cloud systems. So I want to present an advantage that we have implemented in the A4S platform when dealing with a federated learning setting, and we were quite interested in providing users with an authentication system. And with an authentication system, I mean that in some cases, when we are performing this kind of learning task, the clients and the servers may need to be authenticated, because, for example, if I'm working from the server side, I may be able to see that some client is sending to the server some updates to the model that are misleading, for example, due to mislabeled data and so on. And maybe I would want to remove that client from the training. So we have provided in this platform with a system that allow only 2 authenticated clients to connect with the server. And this is important because in the simplest configuration of the federated learning server that we had in the A4S platform, the clients only need to enter the deployment ID where the server is deployed, and they just join the federated learning training. And this is quite intuitive because when we are working in a simple federated learning server, in a simple federated learning setting, when we deploy the server, we take the ID in which the server is deployed, and then the client just need to connect to such ID. But we want to perform a further step in which the clients need to enter the ID, in this case, the deployment ID, but also a token for authenticating with the server. And in order to do so, we have performed an authentication system using tokens. We call it tokens, but you can call it passwords or as you wish. In order to the clients need to enter that token prior to their incorporation to the federated learning training. So in order to do so, we have used Vault from HashiCorp as our secret management system. I'm going to show it later. And then the federated learning server will retrieve a list of authorized tokens for client authentication from Vault and will check the token provided by the clients. So in case the client provided the server with an unauthorized token, then the client will not be able to connect with the server. The connection will be refused. In addition, the users can be able to manage the tokens, to add new tokens, to revoke older tokens. For example, here in this screenshot, you can see how we have a list of secrets in which we have the secret for the client number 1, for the client number 2, and for the client number 3. But we can remove any of them or create new ones. For example, if we find that the client number one is an untrusted client, which is using mislabeled data, or which is performing a kind of intentionally or unintentionally poisoning attacks, we can just revoke this secret, and this client will not be able to connect anymore to the server using this token. Of course, we can create a new token if needed for that client or for others. In order to perform.
So it's just a demonstration how we use a secret store in the Yin user channel. So summary, we have some federated learning server, we have some client, and client need to authenticate to the server. So via the token, and the token need to be managed, to be add, revoke, copy, read, and so on. So we use a EGI Secrets Store integrated with graphical user interface. And here you can see user can reach secret, can delete, can add new secrets. Yes, Green user channel how we use the EGI Secrets Store in the EGI Federated learning server. So I am moving to another feature, the advanced feature of Secret Store, because that we have offer much more than HashiCorp can offer. First of all, we have a high availability setup. It means that we have a three server distributed over Europe. We have one server in Slovakia, another in Italy, and third one in Spain. It means that and on a replicated, everyone can share. It means that in any case, it's a disaster. We have at least one server working. Every server can share use requests, but how we know which server is being handled? So therefore, we use dynamic DNS to have assigned the generate universal endpoint. It means just for doc services, docfacloud.eu to the handle server. It means that we have some cron check if the server, which server handle, and assign it URL to this server. And we have a still very short and easy to remember endpoint is secrets.egi.io. So it's easy to remember. So this server can be allocated to this IPCA event according to availability, according to handle of the server. And we can make sure that at least one server is in operation for high availability. Another advanced feature that we have offer in top of HashiCorp 4 is a client that I demonstrated before. The reason why we did develop a new client is for client cumbersome. It means that we have a three setting, one step for login and get token, and then use token to get the list secrets. It means that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 command yet for listing the secrets. Here, if we want to use the faculty client, you what you faculty secret list, and everything is working out spot. And you can see here it's very simple, easy to understand. You put to the secrets this keyword, a value, list secret, get secret. It's easy to remember. So it's and one important feature that we offer to improve the security of the secrets. It means that sometimes you manage to need to store very sensitive secret like SSI private key that you absolutely nobody answer can reach them. It means even the admin of the server, the secret store cannot reach the secrets. So the solution we want to solve the problem is use can encrypt secrets before uploading. And it's very easy to do and fully automated and transparent. For example, here you want to put some certificate to the secret store. So you can put certificate, hot key, a hot certificate, and you can enter the encrypt key. It's my secret passphrase. So your secrets will be encrypted on the client with the passphrase before uploading to the server. It means that in the service, your secret is stored encrypted before, and even the admin cannot decrypt the secrets. And when you want to read the certificate secret, just get certificate and add the decrypt key, and it will be decrypted automatically for end user. So it's very simple, easy to use, but it's very useful. Mainly if you have a different passphrase for different secrets. So even in the case some secrets are disclosed, you are not the risk of all your secrets are disclosed because every secret are encrypted by separate key. Another improvement we want to deliver to secret management is a locker mechanism. It means that we have a create a temporary isolated storage for storing secrets. It's just like locker in the practice means that you just simple create a locker, store some secrets or some valuable item, and deliver the key to recipient. It means that you do not need your access token as something personal granted for reading your secrets. So you can store your credential to your VM as your source code without risky that somebody can read your secret. And it ideally for dealing secret in untrusted environment like cloud. Some soft feature of secret locker it's a short time default 24 hour. It means that after 24 hours, the secret is deleted automatically. And so it's limited number of uses. It means default 10 for 10 times. It means that if you after reading the secret 10 times, the secret automatically disposed. And it's non-personal, it's isolated, and it's transferable. It means that you can transfer the locker key to other person, so you can share the secret between different person in your group without sharing your access token. So it's a manual how to create locker. It's very simple. When you want to create locker, so Faclow secret locker create and you have a key. And then you just use this key to check your secret. You can put your secret to the locker, just locker token and the key. And you can read your secret using the token, something like that. And as I said before, with the locker, you do not need to have an access token or EGI checking account for accessing the locker. You can use a locker also in GUI, and you can destroy locker. And it's a special case single-use locker because sometimes you need to deliver secret via untrusted communication, typically email, instant message. If the secret is stolen, it's really in trouble, but it's more important to know if your secret is safely delivered or is have been stolen. Because if it's stolen and you do not know about it, the attacker might abuse secret for a long time and might most likely damage. So so for this purpose, we can use single-use locker. You just create the locker with number uses equal to, and you put the secret to the locker. So we use one time, so just reduce the number of use to one. And you send the locker token to recipient like a one-time password. If the recipient can read the secret, it means that it's safely delivered. Nobody can read before and nobody can read it later. If the recipient cannot read secrets, it's proof that secrets have been stolen. So you can have alarms by the admin, change password, and long investigation are relevant action. So just So the locker is a new mechanism for delivering secrets to untrusted VM because you do not need to store token, you do not need to store baseline data, and very simple to use. So in summary, I would like to conclude my presentation. EGI Secrets Store service simplify and secure process of storing secret in an efficient and standard way. The service is built on using open source software and standard, which wide range of supported tool and library. We have a high availability setup across Europe to make it reliably accessible to user application as a service. And it is seamlessly integrated with EGI check-in and easy, very easy to use, as I have demonstrated before. And furthermore, we offer also more advanced feature that hacks for do not offer. So we can improve the security much better than just standard hexagon for. Here are some link for further information. Here we use a URL for the secret service, some documentation, the source code of the client that I have demonstrated, and some related service like dynamic DNS that we use for setting high availability, fake client, that the client for secret management service, and so on. So thank you very much for your attention and question, please.
Thank you very much, Viet. It's a very, very nice talk. And it's an excellent talk you from the very simple and starting point, starting and then getting to the very nice demo to show the usage and then to get into the advanced feature. I'm really enjoyed. I see so much potential. Let's see, do we have any question from our audience? And you can put your question in the Q&A box, or if you raise your hand, I can allow you to talk, ask you, discuss your issue with Viet. That's the use case was very nice. And when was that? Which AI for EOS, isn't it? They already use this for their service.
The AI for EOS project started in 2022. Is now the mid the project, and we starting to integrate federated learning server with EGI Secrets Store about 1 year. This means that now it's in production now, and it's fully integrated, and people can use it in production as well.
Yes, use of it very simple and really the way to use it. Okay, we have a comment from Carlos. Very nice service. Where I can read more about it and follow examples. And I guess what you provide some information in your
Yes,
last
I
slides.
can share screen of the here you have some documentation.
Yes,
And
very nice.
first, here's you can see my screen now.
Yes, yes,
Instruction, yes.
very, very
Okay.
nice. This
introduction, you wish star where you can just read reflect link, get access token that I have set in the demo, and then you can type the command. You just copy and paste the command from my example here, create secret that I practically use it for my demonstration. It's just quick start. Here you can have more detailed information. It's by concept of secret object that I have presented. Requirement, uses. Here I have some feature that I have not presented, but it's very useful. That you can store and read and write the secret from small text file, small binary file, and so on. Encrypted secret that I have presented before, and export import secret to JSON and JSON format. And modify secret. On the command here, you can just copy and paste. It should be work out of the box. And here is a locker that I principle and before and more information. So I hope that you can find on information from the documentation.
This documentation is very detailed, nice to easy to follow for me. I see it's a very nice prepared. Thank you very much, Viet. Any other question from our audience? Anything you want to direct? Take the opportunity to ask Viet about the technical detail. Yes, I guess the challenge is really in the concrete use case, detailed integration, any thing. But do you have any additional comments? Was your recommendation anything for our audience?
Yes, you see in the demonstration, the secret management is very easy to use. But for using it correctly, you need some knowledge how to manage secrets systematically, and you should follow some standard that I have put in the use guide, how to reach secrets, how to store it, and so on. And for large demonstration, I have some another feature that we are planning to enable in the near future. It's will be the service continuously improve and more feature is added. So keep tuned.
And what scenario you suggest we can consider to use this secret store? And you show one use case, I guess. And yes, mainly for our audience, when they think in their situation, they may consider to use this.
First of all, the secret store should be used for automatic deployment. It means you have some Ansible script, some Jenkins pipeline, and something like that you want to deploy your service automatically. And your service usually have some password, some token, some certificate. And when you boot the pipeline, the Ansible run, you cannot boot directly the password here. So you should use secret store for storing and reading the secret for your service. It's mainly in the DevOps, immediate dynamic deployment and operation. Another user scenario is when we want to share secret between different components of the single service. Like example, we have some database, which have some admin password for database, and some WordPress or some web service that use database. So you have a boot secrets, the password and database configuration also in the web service. So you cannot boot it twice. So better to put it in the secret store and read it and rotate it automatically. Like example I demonstrated before, just Federated learning server. We have some client just want to authenticate to the server via some password. So you should put your secrets as the password in the secrets, and you can rotate, can change, can delete secrets easier than you put in some configuration file.
Excellent. Probably I'm thinking when you're talking about secret, it probably a husband can use to hide a secret from their wives. Okay, and I do not see any question and then raising hand. We can probably stop here. Thanks again for Viet for the excellent service, also excellent talk. I hope to invite you back. And if there are any new updates, new use case, we really want to hear. And thank you so much. And thank you for your excellent talk.
Thank you all participants for attending and listening my very bad English. So
No,
I
you
hope you can understand each
oh,
on.
it's very, very nice, very clear, and you
And thank you also for organizing this webinar.
thank you so much. Exactly. Thanks to our audience and thanks for your participate. We have a very good attendance. Thanks very much for Federico to help us to organize, to set up the everything. Thank you very much. Have a